Hello, this is Kathy Peck, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Wichita Falls, Texas. It's the 20th of October, and today I'm going to share with you how I created a card using our decorative masks. And here are the two samples. And this one I created with, like a geometric pattern, and I used three colors of our pink inks. Magenta Madness, Melon Mambo, and Polished Pink. And then this one I used one that had like a mandala type design, and I used three yellows, which were Mango Melody, Crushed Curry, and Bumblebee. And I'm going to use this same stencil or mask and do it all in Mango Melody. Okie dokie, so here we go. Our decorative masks come in a pack of four with four different designs, and they have three sets right now available. Adorning designs, which has like a holiday feel, plenty of patterns, which are just random patterns, and basic patterns, which are lines and circles and trees. So, and the adorning designs pattern, decorative mask patterns, are in the July to December mini, and the other two are in the annual catalog, and you can find them all in the online store. Ooh. I'm a little stuffy because I just had a sneezing attack, so but here we go. So to start with, you're going to need a piece of basic white cardstock cut 4 by 5 1/4. And what I'd like to do first is I'm going to lay it down on my grid paper, and I like to put a little bit of Stampin' Seal there to hold it in place, and then we're going to mask off with some masking tape, and you can use whatever masking medium that you like. Some people like to use this type of tape. This is green tape, mint tape. There's also a purple tape. There's the what are those things, post-it notes, but I like to use this, and I'm masking off 1/4 around all the edges. And that's why my grid paper is so important for doing this, because I used the grid paper to line it up. So here we go. And you won't believe this. This is the third time. Oh, I did that at a 1/2 inch. This is the third time I'm making this video today, because once my camera went kaputki, and then another one, it didn't turn out. My mask was all poo-pooey, so I had to start over. So here we go. Third time's a charm, right? All right. So, and this tape, if you're careful with it, is reusable. I'm looking at that grid line right there. Hopefully that's nice and straight. I probably should make it just a hair longer. There, that's better. Put it here and there. Okay, so that's the base is pretty much ready, except now I'm going to use another tape, and you can just cut thin strips of paper and put them down and secure it. This is 1/4 inch, and this is Masking Magic by Gina K, and you can find it on Amazon. There's also Inkadinkadoo makes some that's similar, and what I like about this is you can cut it or die cut it or cut it with your paper trimmer, whatever. Alright, I'm just angling these, and I'm going to make 3 little spaces for the decorative stencil. Oh, my nose is all plugged up now. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I went outside to feed the birds, and I think that's probably what if people are mowing, then my allergies just go crazy. Here we go. Alright, and this is the mask that I'm going to use. I love these designs, and I'm just going to lay it down here randomly and secure it, and then we'll start the coloring. And this is the and how I'm going to secure it is with some more of this green tape. And after we've colored these in, then we'll lift up this top mask, add some more color with the brush, just the residual ink, and then to fill in the white space, and it makes it pop. Alright, so I have my blender brush and Mango Melody. And I want the color to be pretty heavy. So I'm going to lightly go over this, trying not to rock the table and cause you to be seasick. Or me, for a matter of fact, when I'm looking at my screen. This part goes pretty quickly, you know, and you can make it as intense or as light as you want, and it's not all going to be the same. Oops, there goes my stamping pad. It just went all the way over. There we go. I love these blender brushes. I've had some before, you know, that I picked up off Amazon, and I was glad Stampin' Up made some. What I find, these Stampin' Up brushes are just a little more dense than some of the others, which is nice. But this is like the perfect size. I have some that are smaller and some that are bigger, but I think this particular head size is the favorite for doing like projects like this or big spaces. Yeah. Alright, just a little bit more in this corner, and then we'll see if this does tend to move a little, so you got to kind of help it out. A little more intensity, ink intensity here. There we go. I think that's gonna do it. Alright, so now I'll just remove this tape. Pick it up. I need to make sure I'm careful with my fingers. They get a little bit of ink on them. There, that looks good. Okay, still have a few splotchy areas. I think. Oh, you don't want to add ink for this next part. You don't need to. You're just gonna take this and just, with the residual ink that's left on the brush, you're just gonna go over, and it's gonna color the background a little bit and soften that white so it's not so stark. There, that's it. I love these masks. The tapes stay nicely in place. Alright, here we go. Now we're going to lift this up and finish up our card. Now this I'll be able to use again. I like this green tape for these edges, but I don't recommend it for stamping sometimes because of the fact that it does bleed through sometimes, occasionally, if your stamp's really wet or your ink pad's really wet, because this is just paper, a paper covering on top. Alright, twist to get that loose, and then we're going to go with a Pacific Point card base, and I'm going to, yeah, these are, I have two, yeah, they're the same. Okay, I was just checking, I had a couple of card bases. I want to make sure they were cut the same direction, and they both are. So I'm going to pop this up with dimensionals. Make sure, yep. And then I stamped the sentiment, the happy birthday sentiment from the Artistic Inspirations, or I can't remember the name of that stamp set. I like the happy birthday in there. I stamped that with Pacific Point, and this is a Pacific Point card base. And I also die cut happy for the happy birthday part using the Word Wishes dies. Okay, there's that. I like blue and yellow together, probably because my school colors were blue and gold, so, and it was a bright blue. I have that little strip for the birthday. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna trim this off here and here, and then I'm gonna use some Stampin' Seal to secure the little blue strip on the back. Just a little accent strip. Trim it off as well. You don't need a lot of that, you just want a little bit. That's ready. Now let me show you how I put the birthday together, because I like to die cut, and I know I brought them in here. Now it's just a matter of finding them. Oh no! I must have left them in the other room. Just a minute, I'm gonna go get them. This always happens. Alrighty, yep, I left them in my design studio, also known as the dining room. So here we go. So you need your silicone mask or silicone sheet for that, for this part, and then some glue. And this is how I like to do it. Everybody has their own way. I put a glob of glue down, and I grab a sponge, and it doesn't matter what side you use, because these things sometimes have little hairs on them. Doesn't matter if you put the glue on the right side or the other side, because I like to layer two together. Why do I like to layer two together? Because I want it to have a little dimension. And sometimes the other one on top, and it usually just falls pretty easily right into place. And that just makes it a little thicker. It's going to stand up a little bit better on the paper. And then I'm going to flip it over again and apply glue to this side, and then I'm going to lay it right on the card, because there's enough glue to keep it all in place. There it is. It's got a little heft to it with a little 2 layers like that. And then take a dimensional or 2, usually 2, you know, it's very seldom I use 1, can't help myself. And add the birthday, oops. And I'll probably later on throw some sequins on here. There you go. There's the happy birthday. Mango Melody and Pacific Point. And then here we go with another happy birthday, and then the pink. So that's it. Alrighty. So there you go. You should give the decorative mask a try, or actually you can use this technique with any type of stencil. So, and it's just a nice way to create a background, you know, instead of using DSP or whatever. There you go. So give masking and decorative masks a try. I'd be happy if you'd follow me on my blog, teandstamps.blogspot, or Facebook or Pinterest. All the information is on my blog near the bottom on how you can follow me in those different mediums. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.